Let's face it, tiredness after 50 is something almost every man notices. You wake up in the morning and instead of feeling rested, you feel like the night barely helped. Maybe your energy dips in the afternoon, or by evening you're too worn out to enjoy family, hobbies, or even a simple walk. The question is, why? Why does it feel like your strength is fading, even if you're not working harder than before? The truth is, tiredness at this stage of life is not just about age. It's about the changes happening inside your body. And the first hidden reason is slower metabolism. In your 20s and 30s, your body burned calories like a furnace. By the time you're 50, muscle mass decreases and fat tissue often increases. Muscle burns more energy than fat, so when muscle mass drops, your body naturally slows down. That slower burn can make you feel sluggish, even when your diet hasn't changed much. Next comes circulation. Your heart and blood vessels are the engines that carry oxygen to your muscles and brain. Over the years, cholesterol buildup, stiffened arteries, or higher blood pressure can make circulation less efficient. Poor blood flow means your cells don't get the oxygen they need quickly enough, and that leaves you feeling drained. This is one of the reasons men with heart disease often complain of fatigue long before they feel chest pain. It's a silent warning sign. Another hidden reason is hormonal change. Testosterone is the hormone most men think of, and for good reason. It fuels muscle strength, drive, and overall energy. But after 50, testosterone levels often drop. It's not usually a dramatic crash, but even a slow decline can cause a real difference. Lower testosterone can leave you feeling weaker, less motivated, and more tired than before. Cortisol, the stress hormone, also tends to run higher in older men if stress isn't managed well. Too much cortisol can disrupt sleep and sap energy during the day. We also need to talk about sleep quality. Many men assume they're getting enough sleep because they're in bed for 7 or 8 hours. But the truth is, sleep after 50 often becomes lighter and more interrupted. Prostate enlargement may wake you up to urinate, or sleep apnea may cause breathing interruptions without you even knowing it. The result? You never reach the deep restorative stages of sleep. So even if you clock 8 hours, your body feels like it only got 4 or 5. That poor quality rest builds into daytime fatigue. Another overlooked factor is nutrition. Think about it. Most men keep eating the way they always have, but the body's needs change with age. A diet heavy in processed foods, low in fiber, or lacking in key vitamins like B12 and vitamin D can directly cause fatigue. B12 is essential for red blood cell production, which carries oxygen. Vitamin D supports muscle and bone strength. Without enough, you feel weak and tired, even if you think you're eating enough food. Let's not forget chronic medical conditions. Diabetes, thyroid issues, COPD, and even mild kidney disease often develop after 50. These don't always show obvious signs early on, but one of the first symptoms is often fatigue. Your body works harder just to keep blood sugar steady, filter waste, or manage oxygen levels, and that leaves less energy for everything else. Finally, we need to talk about mental fatigue. Stress, loneliness, and even low mood can drain energy as much as physical problems. The brain and body are linked. When your mind is weighed down, your body feels heavy too. Many men carry silent stress from finances, family changes, or health worries. Over time, that mental strain shows up as physical exhaustion. So, to recap this first section, the tiredness men feel after 50 is not just getting older. It's metabolism slowing, circulation weakening, hormones shifting, sleep becoming less restorative, nutrition gaps building up, chronic health conditions sneaking in, and mental load taking its toll. The key point is, these are not random. They are signals from your body that deserve attention. And here's the good news. Once you identify the hidden reasons, you can do something about them. Fatigue doesn't have to be your new normal. The next step is understanding how hormones, sleep, and circulation all connect to energy, and how small changes can shift things back in your favor. Before we move on, if you're finding value in this conversation so far, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with another man who may be silently struggling with low energy. Sometimes the first step to change is realizing you're not alone. Now that we've uncovered the hidden reasons behind tiredness, let's dig a little deeper into three of the biggest players: hormones, sleep, and circulation. These three are connected more closely than most men realize. If one falls out of balance, the others usually follow. That's why when men over 50 start feeling drained, it's rarely just one single issue. It's a chain reaction happening inside the body. Let's start with hormones. Testosterone often gets the spotlight, and rightly so. This hormone helps maintain muscle strength, red blood cell production, and even mood and motivation. By the time a man reaches his 50s, testosterone levels may decline by about 1% every year. That may not sound like much, but over a decade, it's a noticeable shift. Low testosterone doesn't just affect the body, it affects how you feel about life. Many men describe it as a lack of drive, almost like a car engine that just won't rev up the way it used to. But testosterone isn't the only hormone involved. Cortisol, the stress hormone, plays a huge role in energy. When cortisol is balanced, it helps you wake up in the morning, stay alert, and respond to challenges. But when stress is constant, cortisol stays elevated for too long. That's when it becomes a problem. High cortisol interferes with sleep, reduces muscle recovery, and can even lower testosterone further. So instead of fueling you, stress slowly empties your tank. There's also insulin, the hormone that manages blood sugar. As men age, cells become less sensitive to insulin, which is one reason diabetes becomes more common after 50. If blood sugar swings too much, too high after a meal, too low a few hours later, you feel tired, foggy, or even irritable. This roller coaster effect explains why some men crash in the afternoon, even if they slept well the night before. Next, let's talk about sleep. Most men underestimate how powerful sleep is when it comes to energy. It's not just about quantity, it's about quality. Deep sleep is when your body repairs muscle, balances hormones, and clears waste products from the brain. But after 50, sleep often becomes lighter. Some men struggle with sleep apnea, where breathing repeatedly stops and starts, lowering oxygen levels throughout the night. Others wake up often due to prostate problems, pain, or even stress. The result, even if you log 7 hours, your body may only get 2 or 3 hours of true restorative sleep. Over weeks and months, this creates what doctors call sleep debt. And that debt shows up as fatigue, poor focus, and even higher risk of heart disease. In fact, studies show men with untreated sleep apnea are far more likely to have high blood pressure, diabetes, and even memory problems. Now let's connect this to circulation. Blood flow is the delivery system of the body. Every organ, every muscle, every brain cell depends on good circulation. But after 50, blood vessels often become stiffer. This is called arterial stiffness, and it's a natural part of aging, though it's faster in men with high blood pressure, diabetes, or a smoking history. When circulation slows down, muscles receive less oxygen and nutrients, and the brain gets less fuel. The result? You feel heavy, slow, and tired, even without doing much. Poor circulation also makes recovery slower. Maybe you notice it takes longer to bounce back after exercise or even after a long day of work. That's because your tissues aren't getting the fresh oxygen supply they once did. Combine that with lower testosterone and disrupted sleep, and you have a recipe for constant fatigue. Here's something many men don't realize. Hormones, sleep, and circulation are not separate. They form a feedback loop. Poor sleep lowers testosterone. Low testosterone weakens circulation. Poor circulation affects sleep quality by limiting oxygen delivery. And stress hormones like cortisol can disrupt all three at once. It's a cycle that explains why so many men say, I don't know what happened. I just started feeling more and more tired. The good news is this cycle can also work in the other direction. Improve your sleep, and testosterone rises. Strengthen circulation with movement, and sleep improves. Reduce stress, and both testosterone and circulation benefit. Small daily changes can reverse that downward spiral. To sum this section up, your tiredness is not a mystery, and it's not just age. Hormones like testosterone, cortisol, and insulin, sleep quality, and circulation all work together. When they're balanced, energy feels natural. When they're out of balance, fatigue sets in. Stay with me, because in the next part, we'll talk about simple, practical daily fixes that can help restore strength, focus, and vitality. These are not extreme or complicated. They're small adjustments that over time can completely change the way you feel. And before we move forward, don't forget, if you're finding this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share it with a friend who might be wondering why their energy isn't what it used to be. Sometimes just one tip can make all the difference. We've seen how hidden factors like hormones, sleep, and circulation work together to drain your energy. Now let's focus on what you can actually do to turn that around. The truth is, you don't need to make radical changes to feel stronger. You just need consistent, simple steps that rebuild balance in your body. Let's break them down one by one. Number 1. Prioritize consistent, high-quality sleep. Think of sleep as your body's nightly tune-up. Without it, your energy tank will always run half empty. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep in a dark, quiet room. Avoid heavy meals and alcohol close to bedtime. They disrupt deep sleep. If you snore loudly, gasp for air at night, or wake up exhausted despite sleeping long hours, talk to your doctor about a sleep study. Conditions like sleep apnea are far more common after 50, and treating them often brings a massive boost in energy and mood. Number 2, build movement into every single day. You don't need to become a marathon runner. Simple walking, light resistance training, or swimming can do wonders. Movement increases circulation, strengthens the heart, and balances hormones like insulin and testosterone. Even short bouts matter. Just 10 minutes after meals can improve blood sugar and prevent that heavy afternoon crash. Remember, muscles act like a second pump for your blood vessels. The more they move, the better your circulation works. Number 3, focus on protein and balanced meals. Your body needs building blocks to repair and keep muscle. Protein helps maintain strength, supports testosterone, and stabilizes blood sugar. Include lean sources like fish, chicken, beans, or eggs. Pair your protein with high-fiber foods, vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. This keeps blood sugar steady, preventing the roller coaster that leaves you feeling drained. A good rule of thumb is to fill half your plate with vegetables, a quarter with protein, and a quarter with healthy carbs. Number 4, manage stress like it's fuel control. Too much cortisol, the stress hormone, burns through your energy reserves. The key is not to avoid stress completely, but to manage it. Breathing exercises, stretching, or simply taking 5 minutes outdoors can reset your system. Some men find prayer or meditation powerful. Others recharge by spending time with family or listening to music. The method matters less than the habit. Lowering stress doesn't just calm your mind, it helps raise testosterone and improves sleep quality. Number 5, stay hydrated. It sounds simple, but dehydration is one of the most overlooked causes of fatigue. Water carries nutrients and oxygen through the bloodstream, supports circulation, and even helps regulate blood pressure. Aim for steady intake throughout the day. If you often feel sluggish in the afternoon, try a glass of water before reaching for another cup of coffee. You may notice the difference within minutes. Number 6, monitor your hormone and prostate health. By age 50, it's wise to get regular checkups that include hormone levels, cholesterol, blood sugar, and prostate exams. Many men avoid this out of fear or embarrassment, but knowledge is power. Low testosterone, for example, can often be managed through lifestyle changes before medication is considered. Prostate issues, if caught early, are easier to treat and prevent from causing serious complications like sleep disruption or urinary strain that lead to more fatigue. Number 7. Don't underestimate mental health. Fatigue isn't only physical. If you feel drained even after resting, mood changes may be part of the picture. Anxiety, loneliness, or depression can sap motivation and energy. Talking with a trusted friend, joining a group, or speaking with a professional can lighten that load. Remember, your brain is an organ too, and caring for it is just as important as caring for your heart or muscles. Now here's the surprise many men don't expect. Small changes add up faster than you think. When you improve sleep just a little, your testosterone rises. With better circulation from daily walking, you sleep deeper. With steady meals, insulin works better, preventing afternoon crashes. Each change reinforces the other. Instead of spiraling downward, your body begins to spiral upward into better energy, sharper focus, and stronger vitality. Think of it this way. Your 50s and beyond don't have to be years of slowing down. They can be years of wisdom, stability, and renewed strength. The body may change, but with the right habits, you can support it to keep doing the things you love, whether that's playing with your grandkids, traveling, or simply enjoying daily life without dragging your feet. So let's quickly recap the energy-building plan for men over 50. Protect your sleep, move every day, eat balanced, protein-rich meals, control stress, drink enough water, get regular checkups, and support your mental well-being. These steps are not complicated. They are realistic, achievable, and most importantly, they work. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you for caring about your health. Remember, tiredness is not just getting older. It's a signal, and with the right response, you can change the way you feel at any age. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends or family members. Someone you know may be struggling with fatigue and searching for answers, and you might be the one to point them in the right direction. Take care of your health, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.